Did you see the recent article from the New York Times about how the sugar industry paid scientists to downplay the link between sugar and heart disease and instead shift the blame to fat? Well, these documents revealing the truth about this cover-up were discovered by a researcher at the University of San Francisco, and they show that decades of food policy and food recommendations have been largely shaped by the sugar industry. Yeah, you heard that right. We have been guided toward a diet that has led to heart disease, cancer, diabetes, weight gain, and much more, simply because it benefited the sugar industry. They hired 2 top Harvard scientists to blame fat for heart disease and, quote, prove that sugar was healthy. And they published it in the New England Journal of Medicine in 1967, and it started the biggest disaster in public health in history, our low-fat, high-carb diet. You see, fat, as it turns out, is the essential ingredient for health and for weight loss. And we replaced it with sugar and carbs, not by accident, but because we were told they were healthy. Now, carbs and sugars turn on the metabolic switch, causing a spike in this hormone called insulin. That's the fat storage hormone. It's like the fat fertilizer, especially dangerous belly fat. Sugar and carbs are also the main cause of abnormal cholesterol, not fat. And sugar and carbs are the culprits behind type 2 diabetes, many cancers, and even dementia, which is now being called type 3 diabetes. And we were lied to for so long by the government, by our doctors, and the food industry and the media. You see, when science is for sale, who can you trust? Earlier this year, I released my first Fat Summit, which featured over 30 experts and dove deep into the war on fat and cleared up some major confusion around this once vilified nutrient. But what I've realized since then is that this conversation is just beginning. In fact, a Gallup poll showed that most Americans still believe that fat is bad. And that's why I'm so excited to bring you the Fat Summit Part 2, Separating Even More Fat from Fiction, featuring over 30 experts who will offer the most current, up-to-date information and advice about what it takes to get healthy and stay healthy. You'll hear from health experts, doctors, researchers, scientists, and much more on the truth about fats, sugars, carbs, protein, chronic disease, and optimal health. If you're ready to cut through the crap and take back your health, tune in for the Fat Summit Part 2, Separating Even More Fat from Fiction. I'll see you there.